3 best things about Yom Kippur. I thought Yom Kippur was supposed to stink. It does. But there are actually 3 awesome things about Yom Kippur that I really hope you don't miss out on. Greetings, Seeker. I'm here to learn with you and to be your guide to a life of greater meaning and joy. And who doesn't want those things? And one of the technologies we have for a meaningful life and a joyful life, a power-up, a fast track, a shortcut. It's not going to feel like it, but trust me, one of the most powerful moving technologies we have for finding meaning in your life and achieving optimal joy is Yom Kippur. Yom Kippur is the Day of Atonement. And to properly atone for the things you did wrong, you've got to afflict yourself. That means approximately 25 hours of no drinking water, no eating food, no having sex, no taking a bath. Really makes the no sex part easier to accomplish. No wearing leather on the bottom of your feet, because that might be too comfortable. You're supposed to suffer. Actually, the point of all of that stuff isn't so much your suffering, it's to divorce yourself from your human needs. Because on Yom Kippur, we're supposed to be like angels, like beings of pure spirit, as we contemplate the year that we've had, as we make plans and hopes and aspirations for the year that we want to have, and we spend the day getting right with ourselves and spend the day getting right with God. They say the rest of the year you can make up for the people that you've wronged, but all the ways in which you have missed the mark or fallen short that nobody else is aware of because it's just between you and God, that's what Yom Kippur is all about. And this may sound like no fun at all, and I'm not gonna lie to you, a lot of it's not. However, there are 3 super dope things about Yom Kippur that I really don't want you to miss out on. And the 3rd dopest thing is the celebrity diet. I may not look it, but I spend a lot of time thinking about fitness and weight loss. Over the last year, I've lost about 40 pounds or so, tried the 40-40-20 diet. I spent a long time on the ketogenic diet that I go back to from time to time. All fat, no sugar. Sounds fun? Totally isn't. But one thing that came up again and again in my research is the idea of intermittent fasting, right? You don't starve yourself for a whole month to lose weight, but every once in a while you give your system a break. And some people will just do this by fasting for 12 hours, or by not eating when it's dark outside, or not eating when it's light outside, or skipping breakfast, or having 1 meal a day. I heard this is how Hugh Jackman got so cut for the Wolverine movies. Wolverine's pretty tough. Yom Kippur is tougher. You are giving your body a break from its worldly needs for 25 hours. You will drop a couple of pounds without even trying. Until you go to break the fast afterwards, then your mileage may vary. But just think about it. Oh, eating once a day, Hugh Jackman, that's adorable. I'm gonna eat once a day. No, I mean, not at all. Whatever. Number 2, the 2nd coolest thing about Yom Kippur is riding dirty. That's right, I said it before. Yom Kippur, don't have to take a bath. In fact, it is forbidden. Another way in which humans delight in their bodies is by bathing. Especially back in the day, in rabbinic times, this happened like once a week. People would take a bath before every Shabbat, and this gave them a hygienic advantage over some of their medieval neighbors, where people bathed once or twice a year. And when they wound up dying of the Black Plague, they thought it's because we were poisoning them. Why don't you try taking a bath once in a while, Percival? Except not on Yom Kippur. On Yom Kippur, one of the things we don't do is bathe. You don't have to spend all that time in the shower or bathtub. You take a bath right before, and for 25 hours, you are riding dirty. But guess what? You're not really doing anything. If you go out, you're going to the synagogue and sitting there all day, and how dirty can you really get? If anybody's like, you're like, shut up, it's Yom Kippur, leave me alone. And then you should say you're sorry for it, because you shouldn't be mean on Yom Kippur. It's kind of breaking the whole mojo. Speaking of mojo, the number 1 coolest thing about Yom Kippur is getting right. I believe it is a deep-seated human need to feel wholeness. We have this innate sense of when we have missed the mark or done something wrong, when we've let people down, we've let ourselves down, we've let God down. However it is, if we're sensitive, empathetic people, we can sense when things aren't right. We have guilt, we have regret. And for as long as we've had guilt and regret in basically all of human history, we've had this deep-seated need to get right with other people, to get right with God, to get right with our best vision of ourselves. And throughout history, people have developed different technologies for this. One of the earliest technologies for this was animal sacrifice. And sometimes, in some cultures, those animals were people. But not the Jews. From early on, we had instructions to create a holy space and to sacrifice animals as a way of getting right. And then later on, when we lost the temple, we found other ways of doing that, like praying. like fasting, like giving to charity. We have a prayer during the High Holy Days called Unatana Tokef, where it says, whatever you've got in store for you, if you want to avert some heavenly decree of scary stuff, you can do that with tshuva, tefillah, and staka. That means sincere apology and making amends and fixing your life by praying, by setting your intention into the world as to how you'd like the world to be a better place and how you'd like you to be a better you in the world, and by lifting other people up. And in my personal humble opinion, these are all great technologies for getting right, and Yom Kippur is like the Super Bowl of this. So that's it, Seekers. The 3 dopest things about Yom Kippur that I really hope you don't miss out on this year. If you'd like to not miss out on them with me, click on the first link in the text accompanying this video as to where I'm going to be this year. If you'd like to continue learning with me on YouTube, I highly recommend you smash my face. That is, click on the subscribe icon so you will automatically be updated every time I make a new video. And until I make a new video, Seeker, peace.